Olá, Boris. Hi, Boris. É português, é inglês, é francês. Let's speak in English. That's everything everyone understands. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine as well. Well, do you speak a little of Portuguese, as I understand? Is it correct?
Yeah, I do.
But not very much. Not too
I
much.
learned, I learned, I learned, I really learned, but I forgot a lot. Eu
That's-
aprendi, mas eu esqueci.
Have you ever been to Brazil before?
Yes, I was in Brazil 2 years ago because
Well,
now I'm working on a Brazilian project.
will be filmed here in Brazil?
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. Great news. Well, but before that, let's talk about the Suleiman story,
of
a
course.
great movie. So you write the script, you direct the movie. What motivates you to tell this story?
First, I have to say that this is my third fiction film. My first fiction
Yeah,
film was already about migration. It's called
yeah,
Hope, and
yeah.
it tells the journey of two African migrants on their way to
Hmm.
Europe. And the
Hmm.
film ends in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea when they are
Yeah.
looking the lights of Spain. The years after, I was thinking about what kind of sequel I could make. And this was not natural for me because all my films, I made them abroad. I made them in far away country. I made documentary films in Vietnam. I made two fiction films in Africa. Yeah, for me, making a movie is always living an adventure, discovering
Hmm.
something. So it's not natural for me to make a film in my hometown, Paris, two
Yeah.
blocks from my home, which is really what happened with Suleiman. And yeah, I was thinking about it, and then happened the lockdown, the COVID lockdown,
Yeah.
and all the streets of Paris were empty, except that there there were only these delivery workers, and they
Hmm.
were all from West Africa. And as I understood, they were all undocumented. They had no papers, no documents. And then I thought, okay, this is really interesting. And I'd love to make a film about that. This is really a subject for me. I I love the topic. I
Hmm.
mean, this is something about migration, but also about this new tech economy on the crossroad of these two topics,
Yeah.
migration and this new economy.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, it's also something very exciting for me in terms of cinematography. I was very excited with the idea of filming Suleiman in the streets of Paris.
Monsieur Sangaré, moi je suis là pour vous écouter. C'est quoi votre histoire à vous?
Frérot, je t'ai donné le compte pour que tu travailles.
Ça sonne pas
Il faut
assez.
travailler, il faut travailler, frérot. On n'est pas venu en Europe pour jouer.
Fais le tour.
Toi, c'est pas Emmanuel, toi.
Effectivement.
Pas eu, là.
Ouais, c'est pas lui.
Suleiman. Mouriandi.
How did you did that? It's so impressive. You follow this character for everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, it was very important for me that we really shoot in the streets, and we shoot not blocking anything, not blocking the traffic, not blocking the people going back and forth, because I wanted as much life as possible. And of course, if you have $200 million to make your film, you can pay a lot of extras, but even like that, it's difficult to have real life. But I didn't have $200 million. So if you want the life, you have to keep the life as it is, and you have to put your fiction inside the real life. And that's what we did. We did a lot of scenes in the streets, and also we, of course, we filmed on the bike. It was very important to film on the bike, and we
Yeah.
did a lot of research to understand how visually it would be the most exciting. And because I wanted the
Hmm.
bike inside the traffic, I didn't want the
Hmm.
bike in a very in a lonely street without anybody. The bike is interesting when it goes inside the cars in the
Yeah.
traffic.
Yeah.
And so how to film that? You cannot film from a car because the car is blocked with a traffic jam. You cannot film from a motorbike because the motorbike yeah, it's difficult to take the cycle line or to go on the red lights. So the
Yeah.
only way is to film the bike from other bicycles. So we were on, all of us were on bicycles.
And how
There
do
is
you
one,
film everything in a bicycle? How do you film a car accident with a bike? Because there is a car accident. I
yeah, there is
jump
a
in my
car
car when
accident. So
yeah.
I have to say that for the car accident, we blocked the street because for safety
Oh,
reason, we have
yeah,
to.
yeah.
It wouldn't be allowed to film this accident without blocking the
But
traffic.
so impressive that scene.
But
I
still,
was
we
so
filmed it from the bikes. So we had
wow.
a special bike for the camera. You know, the cargo bike with the big thing in front of it. We had another bike for the sound. Usually, I was driving the sound bike with my sound engineer behind me,
Wow,
doing
wow.
his mixing thing. Another bike for an assistant trying to push the buses away.
Yeah.
And we were like this with three, four bikes around Sangaré, the actor, around Souleymane, in the traffic.
Moi, j'ai besoin des sous. Demain, je te paye à 13h. C'est pour moi. Courage. Merci beaucoup. Vous voulez un coup de main? On va doucement. Souleymane, c'est pas le 22 février, c'est le 19 février. Entretien mon coup dans 2 jours. Radio n'a maîtrisé l'histoire.
Movie was travel all around the world, you know. It was very well received. And how did you perceive these different receptions of the movie?
For me, it's a lot of happiness, of course, because you know this is my third fiction film, but this is the first film I'm satisfied with.
Great.
I'm not easy satisfied, but you know, I come from documentary films. I made documentary films before making fiction films. And maybe when I began to write fiction films, it's like I forgot I made documentary before, as if I forgot. And it's only because people of the fiction technicians, and they say to me, they explain to me that's the way we have to make the films. That's the way it works. And I did the way they were thinking it. Well, I like my first movies. I have no problem with it. But it's only with Souleymane that I had the feeling that I found my my own method to make a fiction film, because it's really a fiction film. It's made like a fiction film, but with documentary perspective.
Great. Yeah.
I found the right for me. I mean, right mix between fiction and reality, fiction and documentary.
Great.
Yeah, and I forged my own method to make it. So I'm very satisfied with it, and I think also that
the audience,
part of the success is that this film comes in a special context. For example, in France, we have a terrible Ministry of Interior who is really racist, and he's not extreme right, but he speaks like extreme right. And the film arrives in this not special, in this context, which is the French context, but also the global context.
Global also. Yeah.
So many people like me are troubled with this world situation, with the racism coming back, with the way that the extreme right exploits the topic of immigration. And I think people are happy to connect with the subject and to connect with the character in this very simple human way. And my film is not ideological. I don't give any message. It's not a message I give. It's not it's not. There is no political message, but it's a very simple human experience, and I think people are happy to reconnect with this human way of thinking, of seeing this topic.
Ça va, t'es pas trop fatigué?
115 Paris, bonjour.
Você prévoit une place pour ce soir, s'il vous plaît?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity to talk to you, and congratulations again for the movie. I was very touched by that, and I hope audience here in Brazil will be touched as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Boris. Thank